Hey, good morning. Sean here. Hey, another great week ahead of you. Can't do Motivational Monday because it's Tuesday. So I hope y'all had a great weekend and you did the family thing. And if you ride bikes, motorcycles, you rode over the weekend. And we want to salute our veterans that served over, and what a great weekend we had. Spent time with the family. Got to eat with my dad, made him dinner, and my sister, and hung out with my beautiful fiance, Darby. But I do have a message for you. It's not Motivational Monday, so we'll call it Testimony Tuesday, I guess. And listen, the Bible says this. It says that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So this morning, I want you to testify about something that's happened in your life. Testify about a breakthrough that you've had. Give somebody a witness of what you've gone through, what you've been through, so that you can be an inspiration to somebody else. Maybe you can help somebody or help somebody to get free of an addiction or a bondage. Living in the now, living in the moment is kind of what a lot of people do. But you have to kind of live in the moment, but yet understand that there's moments after that moment. But you can only do it one day at a time. I remember a testimony that I have. I have many testimonies. When I was younger, I was in an incident where I shouldn't have been, was in a place I shouldn't have been. I was stabbed at the 7-Eleven in my own hometown. Did not do anything wrong, except it was in the 80s, so I had my Mr. T starter kit on. And I imagine the one addicted to drugs that stabbed me, that's what he grabbed at. So I imagine that's what he was after. Well, after feeling like I was going to die, 3 days later I woke up in East Pasco Hospital. That was before it changed to the Adventist Hospital. But I don't remember those 3 days of my life. And all I could think of was when I came through. What was I going to do with the rest of my life? What was I going to do with and I was stapled all the way up my stomach, and it was, I lost about 30 or 40 pounds, eating a bunch of ice chips. But listen, that's my testimony. But many of you have those type of testimonies. But I do remember this. During that test in my life, I thought I was going to die. You bleed internally. What happens is you bleed inside, and eventually you shut down and you pass out. And I woke up in a different state of mind. I woke up in a state of, man, I need to do something with my life. I need to change something. So maybe today is a day that you need to change something in your life. Maybe you know what? Maybe you just need to change someone else's life by your testimony, by what you've been through, the experiences that you've had in your life. There's people out there that have had those experiences. It's time to testify. We're in the last days. We're during the end of this journey. There's things happening in our world that are crazy. Real crazy. Earthquakes and solar flares, and we're all kinds of there's storm systems coming in, and it's not going to be pretty, okay? But I don't know the day and I don't know the time. Only God knows that. So what do we need to do to get in position for this time that's coming in our earth? We need to testify. We need to help people to get through things so that we can be that mighty army of people that we're supposed to be. We're supposed to come together as an army and defend what we love, defend our families, defend our spirits, our souls. Listen, I love this. In the Bible it says that I don't look at the outside appearance of a man, but what's inside of his heart. So today, what's inside of your heart? What's your testimony of heartbreak or of circumstance that you went through. Maybe you can help somebody. I'll give you another testimony and then we'll move on. Back in 1989, I was with a friend of mine, and he was with a girl at one place, and I was with a girl at another place, and he said, dude, come by, tap on the window, and I'll come out, we'll bolt. Well, what I didn't know is that I went to the wrong window. Well, Dad comes out thinking that it's me at the window trying to, get in there with his daughter. Well, it wasn't me. I was going to get my friend. So I walked towards him to explain what's going on, and he threatens me with a gun. So being young and not real smart, 10 foot tall and bulletproof, I walked more towards this man, right? And I'm a pretty big kid. He's a small man, and he shoots. And I swear the gun was pointed right at me. But I'm sure an angel came down and took care of that. But it went through my foot. Messed my foot up, had a cast. Ankle was all jacked up. Couldn't play ball that year until later. I missed some games. But listen, I learned a valuable lesson. Be careful. Be smart. Don't just jump into a situation without looking at it, without slowing down, stopping and say, listen, is this a good decision or is this not a good decision? This is what life's about, y'all. Is this a good decision or is this a bad decision? Well, I need to make the good one because making a good one's going to be better for me. It's not rocket science, but we always make the bad decisions. Listen, I can tell you this, my other testimony, my final testimony that I'm going to give you today is a testimony of when I found Christ in my life. Now, you don't have to follow what I follow. You don't have to believe what I tell you. But as for me, I found Christ. I had nowhere to go. I had an alcohol problem that I had quit on my own, but I was empty inside. So I went to this church. They invited me to play on the softball team. Loved softball. Figured I'll go there and play church. It'd be good for the kids. Be good for the wife, because the wife was sick of my crap anyway. So I went, and I thought, well, I'm not doing this, man. I'm just going to hang out in the back. Well, come to figure, I started listening to the man preaching and talking about this God and how he loved me and how I could be set free from my sins and how this guy, Jesus, died on a cross. And I began to understand that, this guy died for everyone and didn't have to, but he did it because that's what he was called to do. I said, you know what, maybe I'm called to do something too. Maybe I need to latch on to this Jesus that everybody's talking about. This one that the world talks about, whether they hate him, whether they believe him or not, they still talk about him in the negative or the positive. So you know what? I said, I need to find out about this Jesus. And I found out about it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to study the history. Make sure this isn't some kind of a cult or some kind of a thing. Because I had heard of God. I was raised by a Catholic family. I knew who God was, but they didn't give me the image of Jesus that I understood it to be, which was, I didn't understand anything. So I found out about Jesus, and so I did their studying, I did my own studying, and I began a relationship with Christ. I gave my life to Christ, and I got saved. Very simple thing that I did. I believed it, said it, and I received it. I felt a difference in my life. And from that point on, I knew I was free from sin. But that's my testimony. And there's many more in between there. Because I was doing good. I was in the ministry. I did it for over 20 years. And then I went through a divorce. And it all just kind of fell apart. I kind of went berserko. Dated and did all the wrong things. Dated the wrong way. Went to the wrong places. Drank more than I should have drank. Got not back addicted to alcohol, but was doing it more, than I needed to. So I had to slow that down, and I finally got remarried again, and that worked out for about 5 years. Well, it didn't really work out. We had our issues. She's a wonderful woman, and she's got her path, and I got my path. But we went through that, and then I went through a bunch of other stuff in my life with bad decisions, made bad choices. You say, man, I'm 53 years old and I've done all the bad things I can do. Now I'm going to try and do the good things. I'm going to try and get this message out for God that he's called me to do. So I'm at this point now in my life where I met this wonderful woman that has got me back into the place that I need to be. No, she didn't do it. I didn't do it, but she was there to push me and direct me. Matter of fact, she's the one to help me get this channel going so that I can speak to y'all. But listen, what I'm here to tell you is you can testify about anything in your life because everybody's got a different testimony. Mine is a bunch of different things, and there'll be more to come. I have way more to tell you about, but listen, a testimony just simply means to testify what you've been through, and so you can help somebody to get through their circumstance. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb, which is the blood of Christ that was shed on the cross for forgiveness of sin. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So what do we have to do? We have to testify. You have to tell people about it. Tell people today what God's done in your life. Tell people today what you've been through and what you've overcame. Maybe you can help somebody. Hope you have a blessed Tuesday. I know I missed Motivational Monday, but it was Memorial Day, and I hung out with my dad. My dad is a veteran, and thought I needed to hang out with my father. And you have a blessed day. I hope this week is awesome for you. I'll see you again tomorrow or Thursday. Not sure what, maybe Wacky Wednesday or Weird Wednesday. But you have a blessed day and a blessed week. Talk to you soon. God bless. Bye.